Alright, good morning today. It is minus 17 degrees Celsius. So this is what I got to see on my morning drive. It's a sundog. So this is the definition. It's basically kind of like a rainbow, but it's ice. So it's a really interesting view. Alright, thank you. Good morning. Welcome to my bus. Hi, I'm Mark, your bus driver. Some people ask me, what do I do in between my bus routes? I do charters. Charters are basically field trips. If you remember back in school, going to the museum or going to the rec center, things like that. That's some charters we do. We also have adult groups that we bring to outings, casinos or restaurants, or I had one out to the cheese factory. Yeah, those are charters. So I hope you enjoyed the first part. I showed you the sundog. It's a really interesting phenomenon where the sun, because of the ice conditions, creates a triple view of light. Anyway, there's a really great explanation for it, but it's along the same lines as a rainbow, but it only occurs when it's extremely cold outside. I think it was minus 15. So yeah, that's when that happens. And surprisingly enough, weather is a big part of this job as well. So keep an eye on the weather. We all have snow days. We have freezing rain warnings, and sometimes they are nasty. Certain outdoor activities might be canceled. They might be brought short because of the weather. So keep an eye on the weather. So, today we are going to Laser Quest. Okay, Laser Quest is a fun time for the kids, okay? And let's be honest here. They may call it physics and all that, but yay, you did great. So here we go. We're going to Laser Quest. Laser Quest is located in Ottawa, of course, on Celeron Boulevard, right in between Wackley and Innes. So I'm going to show you my old MacBook. Hopefully this comes out okay. Don't worry about it. I'll show you a better one in a second. Okay. Notice this is Laser Quest. We've taken Innes to Celeron Boulevard. McDonald's is across the street. Burger King is right beside us. There's also a Tim Hortons. And the Museum of Science and Technology is right here. What else? The side street here to leave. You're actually on the wrong side. I'll show you. Your satellite. You're actually over here on this side when you're parking. You actually have to turn around, turn onto Bourassa, Gladwin Crescent, Lancaster, and then back to Celeron Boulevard. There is ample bus parking here, and you can actually park on Bourassa and beside the McDonald's, or you can park at the Laser Quest. There is some parking here. Alright. Yeah, like I said, the science and technology is over here. So yeah, that's a quick overview. And we did notice that Innes is over here. Alright, thank you. So now we've seen that, we have an idea. We have a couple of routes. We can either take the 174 to the 417 to Innes, then Celeron Boulevard, or we can simply go from Innes all the way to Celeron Boulevard. Both ways work, and it's a case of how's the traffic. Sometimes Innes is actually faster. So I had to do a double pickup So I picked up, brought the first group, went back, grabbed the second group. Now, Laser Quest itself, it is an old industrial park, and so with that notion, it was designed for trains in the back and 5-ton trucks in the front. And you're bigger than a 5-ton truck. So, when you get in there, you're going to have to do a 3-point turn and make sure there's a lot of space. There usually is. There's a couple of 5-ton trucks a little further down, maybe a tractor trailer, cars, of course. But there's usually, find your spot and go, okay, I can go here and back out. Try to back, well, how I do it, I always go in nose first and back out, because there's a double parking area for the other building beside it. So you're just basically backing into it, an empty giant spot, rather than backing into a dock. Because unless you're an ex-truck driver, you don't want to back that bus into the dock. It does hang out a little bit. So realize that. Also, I talked to the teachers that organized it. I had my times when I was supposed to pick up, but I asked, when do you really want to get picked up? So it was like 15 minutes of the actual paperwork, so that worked out fine. The same for the return. It was a double return. And they wanted to pick up a little bit earlier. So that worked out great. I had plenty of time. I enjoyed the charter well. It's an easy charter for me. I've done it many times before. So it's it's a good experience. Watch out for traffic. Oh, when you're leaving, you can't drive across Sullivan Boulevard. So you're gonna just go up a little bit and turn at the McDonald's, and then you can do a kind of a giant backtrack to get back on Sullivan Boulevard, right near the museum. Yeah, the Laser Quest is extremely close to McDonald's, Burger King, Tim Hortons, and Science and Tech Museum. So you can plan it out so you can just sort of do a big turn around back to Lancaster and then back to Sullivan Boulevard. So it does work out. Take a look at your maps beforehand so you have pick up an idea of how you're going to get back to your drop-off, so you know that you're not surprised by this. I try to look ahead, so I go, oh, okay, I'm going to sit here, I'll move here, I'll park here, so that you're not what am I going to do now? Yeah. So that's it for this video, except for you're going to have to watch the driving part just to get a good idea where you're going. And yeah, thank you for watching my video. Hope you learned something. Maybe you did, and maybe you didn't. But anyway, you got a good view of where Laser Quest is. So again, thank you, and bye.